Hi, I'm Avery Simon with Zeal IT Consultants. In this episode of Zeal Ceremonies, we'll continue our discussion over the Scrum process. In the previous 3 videos, we discussed the emergence of Agile, Scrum roles, and Scrum artifacts. Today, we're diving into the third and final element in the Scrum process, namely ceremonies, but more commonly referred as events. Scrum events provide a framework for teams to get work done in a fixed, recurring amount of time called sprints, usually time-bound to every 2 weeks. With Agile events, teams in your organization can benefit from enhanced ability to manage changing priorities, improved business and IT alignment, acceleration of software development, and increase the team's productivity. Scrum prescribes 5 main events that reoccur in a regular cadence, and which all take place within each 2-week sprint: backlog refinement, sprint planning, daily Scrum, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. The first event is the backlog refinement session. In this event, the team gathers together to discuss the highest items in the product backlog. They work together to break down the highest priority items into small, discrete pieces of work and estimate each discrete piece of work. This creates a granular, broken down, prioritized, and estimated list of to-dos that is used by the next Scrum event called the sprint planning session. Sprint planning is an event in Scrum that kicks off the 2-week sprint. The goal of sprint planning ceremony is for the team to meet, define, and agree upon the scope of work to be delivered before the end of the sprint. The input for the sprint planning event is the product backlog, which was created and refined during the preceding product backlog refinement event. The output of the sprint planning sessions is a fully refined sprint backlog, derived from a subset of the highest priority work in the product backlog that a team deems to be achievable based on estimates and commits to complete in the 2-week sprint. The next ceremony in the Scrum process is the daily Scrum. The daily Scrum is a 15-minute event where each member of the team takes turns discussing what they've accomplished yesterday, what they plan to accomplish today, and if they have any impediments to their forward progress. In the spirit of consistency, the daily Scrum is held at the same time and place every working day of the sprint. The daily Scrum should focus on progress towards the sprint goal and produce an actual plan for the next workday. Think of the sprint review as a celebration of the team's efforts and time to show and tell their work via a live visual software demonstration at the end of every 2-week sprint. During the event, the Scrum team and stakeholders review the work that was accomplished in the sprint and provide iterative feedback on the result of the team's work. The iterative 2-week frank feedback from stakeholders at each sprint review represents a crucial element of the Scrum process because it creates a recurring opportunity for the team to continuously hone, evolve, and align with stakeholders and their vision for the product as the work progresses in subsequent sprints. Finally, the sprint retrospective is held at the end of each sprint and used by the entire team to discuss what went well during the previous sprint cycle and what can be improved for the next sprint cycle. This creates a mechanism for the team to continuously become better and better with each subsequent sprint that the team works together. This concludes our series on the Agile methodology. We hope you enjoy learning about the Scrum process and take the time to dig in and learn more about all that Agile entails. Leave us your questions in the comments on the ceremonies and the Scrum process, and let us know what you want to discuss next.